In today's video, we are going to develop, plan, and launch a digital product in 24 hours to show you just how easy it can be to add this passive revenue stream to your business. I've sold over $300,000 worth of digital products in the last 3 years, and it's really helped me scale as a social media manager without having to solely rely on my one-on-one services. But let me just out myself straight away because it has not exactly been smooth sailing. I know the $300,000 might sound really impressive, but it's taken a lot of mistakes, a lot of wrong turns to get to that point. So of course, in this video, I'm going to be sharing those mistakes with you, what you shouldn't be doing when it comes to building digital products to hopefully save you a lot of money and help you start making a lot of bank instead. There's going to be 4 parts to this video, and it's kind of going to be like a little bit of a vlog. You're going to come along with me, but we're going to start with obviously coming up with that digital product idea and walking you through this process. We are then going to actually make the digital product. So I'm going to share all of the software that I use for this as well. Part 3 will be on delivering the product, and part 4 will be the launch, the marketing of the product, and I'm going to take you through the whole process to hopefully selling and having the first launch day so you can see what kind of sales we bring in with this new digital product. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is 10 to 3 in the afternoon and the challenge has officially begun. Will I be able to do this in 24 hours? Who knows? Am I setting myself up for failure? I might be. Am I going to sell any of these digital products? I don't know. I hope I do, because that will actually make this a more interesting video. Now, obviously the first step is coming up with our idea. And this is crucial because if you don't come up with a good idea, no one's going to buy your digital product. And I'm really tired of seeing boring digital products that are just like a PDF guide and 10 steps on how to lose weight or 10 steps on how to do this. It's not actually that interesting. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you. For the purpose of this video, we're going to focus a little bit more on lower ticket digital products. In my world, this is anywhere from $7 through to $200, $300 maybe. We'll get into pricing your digital product in a little while. Personally, I think the best products you can make in this price point is stuff that you're already using, and something that will offer a micro transformation to your community, to your audience. So as an example, one of my most successful digital products, or lower ticket digital products at least, my most successful is an entire mentorship program and digital course, which is definitely in the higher ticket price point. But in terms of low ticket, my $79 template bundle has been one of the most successful things that I've launched. But what makes this so easy to sell is that it's very much an authentic template bundle. There are templates that I was already using as a social media manager, and I was like, hey, why don't I put these in a bundle and provide them for other social media managers? And it also feels really organic to promote, because I'll be on Instagram one day and be like, hey, I just made this analytics report for a project that I worked on, a campaign or a client, and here's a sneak peek at it. Or hey, I did this analytics report and now a client's renewed for another $5,000 campaign with me. So here's the template bundle, so you can have it too. With this new digital product, I'm going down the same route where I basically build myself this Instagram analytics engine / spreadsheet earlier this year, at the beginning of the year, and it was to look back on all of my previous content from the last 12 months and analyze it. I have wanted to turn this into a digital product since I made it, from the perspective of people can download it and learn from my data and my content and kind of use it to inform their own content decisions, but also as a template so people can do the same analysis with their content, because I personally don't think the insights and analytics that are provided to you by social platforms are actually good enough. And also this is really nice because it's a spreadsheet and it gives you a full overview of the content by just clicking it and opening it, and I can see 27 posts all zoomed up. It's all color coded and all that good stuff. So that was my first key tip. Make sure you're creating a digital product that people actually are interested in using, and think about to save time and also ensure that it's probably going to be a more successful digital product. Look at using something that you already have in your business or you already use in your personal life. I also think that just stands out a lot when you're selling things. If we were to come back to the example of 10 steps, a 10-step PDF guide on how to lose weight, what would instead be more enticing is maybe, here is the workout and meal plan that I used to lose X amount of weight, or what I used to prepare for my wedding, or whatever it might be. put a little bit of your personal story into it, and it's going to make selling your digital product so much easier. But I am getting a little bit ahead of myself because we're going to talk about selling the digital product in part 4 of this lesson. And we're still in part 1, baby, but it's good to be thinking ahead and looking at these things. So I have my spreadsheet open here, and I also wrote a giant to-do list of everything that I need to do just to get it out of my head and what steps I need to take in order to get this digital product from an idea in my head, a spreadsheet on Google, into like an actual product that people can buy. So first things first, I need to film some tutorials on how to use the spreadsheet. I want to do this first because I want to update it with all of my data from the last 6 months, because this is only 2024 data on the spreadsheet. So while I'm doing that, we're going to double down and film a little bit of a tutorial. I'm going to film this using Zoom clips and my podcasting microphone, the Shure MV7. No fancy webcam, keeping it really simple. I've found this really effective for any sort of digital products like this. But it does bring me to another tip here, and that is to like actually put some thought into your digital product and think about how you can add value and make the process easier for your clients or customers. By doing a tutorial, I'm going to save a lot of support questions or FAQs coming to my operations manager, so she doesn't have to answer those kind of things. We have a tutorial to show people how to use it. My next master plan to make this digital product even better is actually to input all of this data into ChatGPT and build a custom ChatGPT that people can use to create content. So it's going to be built off my data from the spreadsheet. I'm also going to pull some information or scrape some info from my other courses to upload into my custom GPT. I stutter so much on that word, and this video is going to be a struggle. I'm sorry. Upload it into my custom GPT. Oh, I love it when my stutter just comes out in full force. But yeah, that was me basically like sitting on this digital product idea for 6 months, being like, oh, I really want to launch this, but like if I just sell a spreadsheet, it's like, I can sell that for $7. And that personally is not aligned with what I'm doing in my business. I do not sell $7 digital products. I personally think this is a very difficult business model to have unless you have a large existing audience, because obviously if I want to make, let's get my calculator out because I'm terrible at math. If I want to make an extra $3,000 with a digital product, if I sell it for $7, I have to sell 428 of those $7 digital products in a month to hit my income goal. And that's just it just doesn't work. Like, trust me guys, this is where everyone goes wrong with digital products. So if you can think of a way to make of a more premium price point for your digital products, so like me, let's actually take the spreadsheet and let's actually create a custom GPT, which is very trendy at the moment, is actually going to have a lot of value and help people with creating more content. We're gonna go down that route, and people are gonna love it. The confidence already, people are going to love it. I've also put a little note on my to-do list as I am building this digital product, and here's a tip for you, write this one down, take photos of the entire process, because you are going to use those photos later on when it comes to our launch for promoting the product, and you're going to put that into a beautiful little Instagram carousel post, and the content that's performing really well on Instagram. In case you missed my recent video, I'll link it up here on a card, but it was all about Instagram carousels. That casual, candid style of carousel with phone photos and text over the top is performing so well at the moment. So I'm already thinking about how I'm going to market this digital product as I'm building it. So again, getting ahead of myself. I'm a social media manager though. This is literally my job. But if you can capture any videos and any photos, even time lapses of you like building out your digital product, this is really great for teasing on your social media. This is really great for ultimately when you do launch. All right, let's get into it. I'm kind of tired already. I hope I can do this. Okay, this was meant to be the first hour update, but it's actually been an hour and a half because I'm having so much fun building my own custom GPT. And this is such a fun thing that I think a lot of people are doing at the moment. And if you guys are interested in more detail, let me know and I can make a full video on it, because when you search custom chat GPTs, all the videos that come up look like marketing bros, and I feel like there's no woman. But to give you a little bit of an insight, I have finished the spreadsheet and got all of the data in there. I just need to do a little bit more of manual analysis. But I've also gone through and scraped all of the trainings on Instagram marketing and Instagram strategy from my program, the Dishing Up Digital School, and also from a couple of other like workshops and masterclasses that I've run. I've compiled those presentations together. I've scraped the transcripts. I've put all of that into ChatGPT to build out this little custom AI machine, and it helped me come up with a name, the Content Coach, which I feel like is such a vibe. And I've been testing it out. Like I just put into it, how often should I be posting on social media? And it spat out this whole like tips and strategy for me, but it sounds like me, obviously, because it's sourcing all of the information from my courses and my programs, and it's using my strategies and my opinions. And then it's also using the data and analytics from the spreadsheet to make sure it's an informed strategy or an informed decision backed by data. I also put some voice notes into ChatGPT so it could understand my speaking style and kind of imitate that. And also be like really fun. So like this response is like, yes, queen, let's clear this up once and for all. Based on Ellen's teaching and the data from her own analytics, here's your golden guideline for how often to post on Instagram. Before, I also asked it to build me a social media strategy to help me post more consistently. And it built out like, here's what you should post for 4 times a week. Here's like the post idea for day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and kind of gave like a whole structure and strategy. So it is a little machine. And now we're gonna sell this amazing thing to people. Test, test. Okay, we're in the kitchen. We're having a little bit of a break. I'm putting my soup into the slow cooker, so it's all ready for dinner. It is 5:49. I've been like chopping up all my vegetables and stuff for probably like 20 minutes. There's a lot of veggies going in this thing. And while, oh gosh, this isn't working. Why am I so uncoordinated? I've been thinking about pricing because I think that's the last component when it comes to like making your digital product. Obviously, we're going to talk about like how I upload it and to my course library and how I create checkout pages and actually physically sell it and the software and the tech stack and all that soon. But I feel like pricing is another big thing we need to talk about. And I'm leaning towards, as I've kind of alluded to, like a slightly higher ticket price. I've actually added a third component to my digital product. I also decided on a name. Something that I've been sitting on for a while is the Social CEO Toolbox. And I feel like it really fits with what I've ended up developing here. So I'm excited about that. And with pricing, you'll notice a lot of actually not just online courses, but also like anywhere you shop, they're going to use a lot of 9s and 7s as part of like the sales psychology, I guess you could call it. And, you know, like if you go into a store and they're selling canned tomatoes, and instead of, actually this is a prime example, instead of selling this for $1, they sold it for 97 cents. And I'm like, bargain, because this recipe was actually meant to have roasted tomatoes, like fresh tomatoes that you roast in the oven. And I was like, no, this is a lot cheaper. It's only 97 cents. It's essentially $1, but the psychology behind it is the buyer, or aka me, the sucker, feels like they're getting more of a deal. So you can use that same strategy when it comes to pricing your digital products. You'll see that I often use price points like $47, $79, even the Dishing Up Digital School is like $1,997 is its current price point. And that is, again, playing into that is more appealing for someone to look at. Oh my God, my hair is going crazy. Excuse that. That is more appealing for someone than $2,000. Like $2,000 feels scary. $1,997 feels more approachable. So again, I'm not a psychologist. I've let other people do the research into this stuff, but I think it works. The other thing to consider with your pricing is, are you going to have an early bird discount? Are you going to have a launch discount? Are you going to have a founder rate? Anything like that? I want to do something really juicy for this one. I think I'm going to do a 50% off or like $100 off or something for the launch. And then for my Dishing Up Digital School students, I'm going to give them like a further discount as like a thank you for being a loyal customer kind of thing. So they might get like 70% off. I'm leaning towards $197, which I've never done that high for a digital product that's not a course. However, I feel like what people are paying for is also like the knowledge and value that's in my custom AI, my custom ChatGPT. So that's always important to think about when you're pricing your digital products or, you know, your services or your coaching or your courses. It's about like, what is the ROI for someone buying this, and what is like the bigger picture value? Is it going to help them save time? Yes, the Social CEO Toolbox is definitely going to do that. And yeah, there's other factors to consider like that. Gonna put my little bay leaf in there in the pot. Look at this delicious, oh, I can't show you without tipping it out. You'll just have to trust me. And we're gonna try not drop this as we put it into the slow cooker. Welcome to my like scullery, by the way. This is like a really cool feature of our house that I don't feel like I've showed much. I'm not gonna give you a tour though, because it's really, really dirty. It's kind of become a bit of the junk zone at the moment because we've been busy. But you can see up in the shelves we've got all our like wine storage, and then our washing machines back here, and we've got like an extra tap. And it's also where we keep the slow cooker. There you go. The beautiful thing though about running your own business and launching digital products is like you can also test the stuff out. So my template bundle, my social media manager template bundle, is a prime example of this. I started selling it for, I believe, $15, and then it went up to $29. Then I just kept adding more and more templates to it, and I was making it like lifetime access. So anytime I added a new template, everybody got the update. They didn't have to buy it again. And I just felt like the value had increased quite a lot. I started including like checklists and guides and other things. And yeah, essentially I also use it strategically in my business as a bit of a potential first purchase to then ultimately upsell people into the Dishing Up Digital School. So because the Dishing Up Digital School is a higher ticket program, I didn't want to make my first entry level offer too cheap. So I kept adding more things up to it, and now it is $79. How do I get this on again? Oh, you know, it helps if you plug it into the wall. There we go. So, multifunction. Soup, rice, cake. Oh my god, you can cook cake in here? I'm intrigued. Slow cook, 4 hours. No, we want soup. An hour and a half should do it. I can't wait for my soup. That's going to be like the reward at the end of finishing the workday. I don't want to jinx it, but it's about to turn 6 p.m. So I've been working on this for like 3 hours, and I feel like I'm halfway there. I don't know. Again, don't want to jinx it and be like, this is so easy, and then like something's going to go horribly wrong. My tech or my software is going to fail me. But I have filmed a tutorial on how to use the custom AI. I have written out like a fill-in worksheet to help with their like monthly, weekly, and quarterly planning rituals. And I think that's going to just be really helpful for the accountability and a nice little add-on for like this toolbox. The next thing on my list is to design some product mock-ups in Canva. So actually, let me get the screen sharing going for this. I believe a while ago, I bought some templates. So if I search mock-up, I've got a whole bunch of these in here. Course mock-up templates, like some of these are from when I have purchased like sales page templates, and then some of them are from like Pinterest templates. So I need mock-ups for the checkout page, which will be landscape. And then I need mock-ups for uploading it into my course hub. It has like a little thumbnail. So this is where I like start to get a little bit overwhelmed. Oh, here we go. I have a template for this. Thank God, past Ellen. Thank you for labeling that correctly and making it so easy to find. Now I do believe, oh my gosh, I forgot I did this. So I had this idea for the social CEO toolbox quite a while ago. And oh, that's what I was going to put in it. That's so funny. I decided it would be a really awesome digital product to launch 6 months ago. And when I redid my website, which I did for another 24-hour challenge that I did here on YouTube, so I'll link that up on a card if you want to go watch it, but I didn't have the digital product ready yet, and I was obviously just trying to get my website up and running. And I was like, oh, let me just put this up here, and then I'll add a wait list, and people can like sign up and get notified when it does launch. And fast forward 6 months, we haven't done anything. So that is why I selfishly love these 24-hour challenges for YouTube, because actually you guys just keep me accountable, but I also feel like I get to share a lot more like businessy stuff and strategy when we do these challenges, and you can see so much of the behind the scenes. But that's brilliant because the Canva file's essentially already here. If you're struggling to find mockups, I highly recommend searching some up in Canva. They do have some available for free. I obviously just like bought some templates because I like making life easier for myself. Don't ask me to link the templates though, because I bought them so long ago, I have no idea where they're from. They're probably from Etsy. Etsy is a great place to buy Canva templates from designers. So I have screenshots of some of the worksheets. Oh, we're going to move that shadow there now. Let's go into the Canva elements and be like laptop, frame, perfection. So we'll get that, and then I have one more screenshot of the calendar there. Perfect. Oh my god, that's looking so cute. That was so easy. And this is why utilize Canva, make templates for yourself, so when you make more digital products, it's super easy. One thing that's important, I think, to notice here is the speed that I'm working at. I could have spent like another 3 hours finessing that graphic and making it perfect, but done is better than perfect in the case of digital products, because you really want to get it out there as soon as possible so that you can start testing it, you can get testimonials for it, and that's just going to snowball and help you help you sell more of that digital product. But if you're not putting it out there, you're not getting feedback, you're not getting data, you're going nowhere. The next step, we are going to hop into my Kajabi course hub and upload this digital product. Now, there's obviously lots of different platforms out there to host your digital products. If you're looking for a more affordable option, I've heard great things about Stan Store. Personally, for me, I like Kajabi because number one, I've been using it for 3 years, so it has like all my stuff. But number two, I like it because it is very professional, very sleek, like really leans into what I want to offer in terms of like the premium customer experience. And I actually found Kajabi, having done a lot of online courses myself, and I was like, okay, what do I want to host mine on? And I basically looked at which courses I had the best experience from a user perspective, and it was Kajabi by a mile. So even though it is expensive, but I do make the most of my subscriptions. So I use it for my email newsletter. It has all of my checkout pages. I even host my podcast through it, all my web pages, all my digital products, my student community, like everything is in here. So if I go to my products, we'll see actually in here, right at the top, my social media manager template bundle. So this is like similar to what I'm going to be building out today. It's not like a full-blown course like the Dishing Up Digital School. You go in there's like 70 video lessons and like it's a massive course hub. Whereas this, the template bundle, is more like you click on the lesson and it's like, here's all your links to download your templates. And then if I go back in, it's got like some bonus trainings and tutorials. So it's going to look pretty similar when it comes to the social CEO toolbox. When I'm doing templates and toolboxes, it's like they're not actually going to be spending that much time in the course hub. But I still like to make it a nice experience for them. I think it's only been an hour since I actually checked in with you, but it feels like it's been 5. And I'm doing stupid stuff. Like I was just trying to upload a theme onto my Kajabi like page with the digital product, and I uploaded it 3 times. I was like, why isn't it working? And then I was like, oh, because I actually have to upload it and then press the activate button like I've done a million times. Like, what are you doing, Ellen? And then I decided basically, let me screen share. This is how it's looking. Very pretty, by the way, right? If I do say so myself. And yeah, I decided to go in and make these like custom little covers for each of the kind of like, they're called lessons in Kajabi, but just like each of the hubs where people will find the download links. And again, I was stupid decisions where I was like trying to like export the files, and I kept exporting them as MP4 files instead of PNG files, and then like I'd go back to fix that, and then I'd export the wrong page from the file, and it would be like, the Instagram course. I'm like, no, I'm not doing my Instagram course, I'm doing the social CEO toolbox, what are you doing? Also, did catch that I had a massive typo on that main card for with the mock-up of the product. So, lol, if anyone was watching this, being like yelling at the screen, be like, Ellen, why is there a K on the end of toolbox? Okay, I definitely need to call it a night. We're gonna stop here. And pick up the challenge tomorrow. It is only 7:15. I know I'm pathetic. I can't do an all-nighter, okay? I am not teenage university student Ellen anymore. We don't do the all-nighters. I'm a princess. I need to have my sleep. But we've made amazing progress. All that's really left to do in terms of like the development and setup is setting up the checkout pages, which again, because I have existing templates in Kajabi, it will just be a matter of duplicating the template, swapping out the imagery, and then just writing a little bit of a description, which sure enough, ChatGPT is going to help me write, and like an overview of what's inside the social media toolbox. And I don't have any testimonials for this yet, so I won't be able to like add that in. For these kind of like lower ticket digital products, I tend to now just make a checkout page, so it sends people to a page that's got the photo, the mock-up, information about the product, and then just straight underneath where to put their credit card details. And I love a good sales page. You guys have probably seen my sales page for the Dishing Up Digital School. It's like so fancy. It's got all the photos, it's got all the testimonials and videos and all that kind of stuff. And like you need that when you're selling something for $2,000, when you're selling a higher ticket product or service. But when it comes to these smaller digital products or lower ticket but digital products, I really don't think you need to waste time making a full sales page like that. That is my personal opinion. A checkout page is fine. I think especially with the rise of Stan Store, audiences and customers have become used to that style of purchasing and they just want to go in, they want to get it, they want to buy it. Now, the only thing else that I've thought of that I think I'm going to scratch off my list was having like an upsell. That's an option if someone buys the program and then they go through your little funnel and it's like, oh, wait, we know you love the social media toolbox or the social CEO toolbox and you've bought that, but would you also like to buy this from me? And that's a great little add-on. I just don't think I have anything that's right for an upsell or an order bump at the moment. So I'm going to put a pin on that, and that can be something that I can easily come back and, add to and evolve that later on if the funnel proves to be successful. Then the other thing is the post-purchase email sequence. So I like to set up a sequence of emails that automatically go out after people purchase, just to remind them of like, here's the product that you just bought, and here's why you should use it, and check it out, and hey, what are your thoughts? Give me your feedback. It's all important to have. There's also the opportunity to put an upsell into that post-purchase email sequence as well. And then the final stage is obviously marketing this thing. So I've got a YouTube video to film about it, to promote it, and then some social content to create. So I think that's all doable in the next day. So yeah, I'll check in with you tomorrow. This is exactly why I like filming these 24-hour challenges, because I feel like it's a lot more real for you to come along in the journey with me. And you get to see all of the ups and downs. So today I've woken up definitely a lot less positive, feeling a little bit tired and apprehensive, not wanting to finish my digital product, but that's exactly why sometimes in business you've got to create these little challenges for yourself so you see projects through. I feel like my hair and makeup is like half melted off from when I filmed this morning, and I'm feeling the desire to get into some comfy clothes when I get into editing. But to give you a couple of updates, I spent probably only like 40 minutes filming the YouTube video to promote the launch of the toolbox. And then I've spent another, I want to say 2 hours working on my kind of checkout page. This is how it's looking. This is like my little editor, and this is what it will actually look like on my website. But you can see I've got all my like graphics in here and a breakdown of what each component is, like all the elements, what's included, and kind of like the overall like why you will love the social CEO toolbox. And then I've got my little payment option. I need to go in and load the launch discount. That's going to be a 50% off discount, so taking it down to roughly $97. And what I wanted to show you was the page for my social media manager template bundle. Now, I've mentioned this a couple of times in videos. This is a product that has made me over now 15,000 US dollars. It used to only be like $20, and then I've added more and more stuff to it and slowly increased the price over time. But what's frustrating is like this isn't quite looking, I think, at its best. And it's because like when you first launch a digital product, you don't have any of these like testimonials or like social proof that you can put into your sales pages. Like I have all of these little like reviews here, so it's kind of like annoying me. But I know that's all part of creating a new digital product, so I've got to trust that that will happen once we launch it, and also make that a priority for myself as getting some testimonials and some social proof so that we can like increase the impact of this checkout page. Otherwise, I don't think I'm missing anything. I've set up the terms and conditions. This one is what has what I was speaking about earlier, a bit of an upsell or an offer bump. And I haven't added that to the social CEO toolbox. To be honest, I put everything I wanted to put in it, and I didn't want people to like just buy, for example, the analytics database or like just buy the content coach. Like I would prefer to sell this offer to less people, but sell it at a higher price point with everything in it that's actually going to have a real impact on people's businesses, rather than try like pull it apart. Like I could just sell the analytics database and then the upsell could be the content coach. But you know, there's something I could play with in the future. This is just the way that I prefer to structure it. And we'll see. Again, it's all about like launching it and then testing it and seeing how it goes. I have put my pajamas back on, got my dressing gown on, feeling cozy, just had some lunch, and such funny timing. And this is why I love the YouTube algorithm. I sat down with my lunch and then just opened up YouTube to put something on in the background. And on my homepage, I had a suggested video from someone I've never seen before, Ed Lawrence. He makes a lot of kind of like marketing and YouTube videos, so it would seem. And there was a video about this is the best editing style, and this is how you're going to blow up your YouTube channel with this editing style. And I was like, oh, well, I need to edit a video, so I'll like put this on while I eat my lunch for some inspiration. And man, it was the exact message that I needed to hear today, because I'm like low on energy, but I want to push through, get this video live because I've been really consistent on YouTube. I also want to do that full package for the launch of the social CEO toolbox and have the YouTube video go live, and then repurpose that for a reel and like have it all go live tomorrow. But this video by Ed was all about keeping your editing simple. And I was like, thank you. This is the message I needed. I obviously, well, maybe not obvious to you guys, but I have a video editor who edits around 50% of my videos, and then I do the remaining ones. And one thing I struggle with is like, obviously I'm not as good at editing videos as she is. And I know I'm pretty good, but it's quite time consuming doing YouTube videos with fancy edits. And sometimes I just wish I could make them really simple. And this was literally someone sitting in a video being like, hey, I've tested different editing formats, and the simple edits are actually better for your YouTube channel. And I was like, oh my god, this is what I needed to hear here today. I'm not going to do a 180 and completely change my YouTube editing style because of what one person said though, but it was just a really interesting different voice in what can be an overcrowded space when it comes to not just YouTube and growth on YouTube, but like marketing and social media as a whole. So that was really nice, and I just needed that. And I feel like the universe was like, let's serve Ellen with a video about simple editing so that she can feel like she can get through editing her YouTube video today. It is officially 6:35, so in 2.5 hours I have edited the YouTube video, made my thumbnail, uploaded it to YouTube with all of my description, tags, etc. I have also scheduled up my email to promote the YouTube video and then promote the toolbox, and then I'll do a couple more emails that are specific to the toolbox, but over like the next couple of days. My main goal is to drive them to the YouTube channel and have that sell the toolbox to them. I've also pulled a clip from the YouTube video for Instagram as that first post. Again, the goal is to send them to the YouTube video and then announce the product in a separate post on Instagram. So we're looking good. I'm pretty tired, so I'm going to stop here. I don't know what hour count we're at, but we're well under 24 hours. I am just like splitting it up now across more than one day, but that is the reality of running your own business. You've got like lots of other things that you're juggling. And whenever I do these challenges, I like to show how you can be really efficient and slot these like what feel like big projects into like micro moments or sections of your day or afternoons of your day, etc. The YouTube video is scheduled to go out tomorrow along with the email newsletter, and I'm just going to add some text to my reel and get that one scheduled as well. Well, hello there. It's been a couple of days since I officially launched the Social CEO Toolbox, and I wanted to do a little bit of an update on how things went. But before we get into the sales and the numbers and all that, I just wanted to say thank you so much if you've made it this far in this video, because this has turned into a mammoth video. I've just been editing the first part of it. We're shooting over like 40 minutes, I think. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope this has been really helpful and insightful. If this video has inspired you to get more into digital products, I would love to hear from you, because I'm actually putting together a new mastermind all about service providers who want to build a hybrid business like mine, who want to introduce more passive revenue streams like digital products, online courses, memberships, even things like brand partnerships alongside their services. I'm especially talking to social media managers, graphic designers, web designers, coaches, creators, the kind of people who don't necessarily want to scale their business in the traditional way, but they have this feeling deep inside that there's more out there for them and they want to achieve more with their goals. They want to hit bigger income milestones, but they don't want to do it by just like scaling a traditional agency. So if that's you, I'd love to hear from you. Go over to my Instagram. It'll be linked in the description box of this video. DM me the word mastermind and we can chat a little bit more about if this program would be the right fit for you. But I'm really excited. Like, this is kind of why I filmed this video, is because I really want to help more creators get into this world of digital products. It really has changed my life. And I hope you've seen in this video that I have a lot of fun doing it as well. So anyway, on to the results. I've had 3 sales for the toolbox. Now, this is like a little low, but then if I actually just bring up my calculator, 97 times 3, that's $290 worth of sales. And this kind of comes back to what I said earlier. If you have a smaller community like mine, you do want to be looking at a higher ticket or a mid-ticket digital product, because if I took $290 and divided that by $7, so if we had just listed the sheet and done this as lower ticket $7 offer, I would have had to have over 41 people purchase that $7 offer to make the same amount of income. So yeah, something to think about with your pricing. Now, this is a little lower in terms of sales that I would like, but what I did actually end up doing was giving it away for free to a lot of my existing students, because I wanted them to test out the AI and like make sure it was working and get more testimonials and feedback. And for me, this particular digital product is kind of laying the foundation of more custom AI assistants that I want to build. So I was kind of happy to do that and take that cost. And the beautiful thing is now that I can just continue to double down and evolve this digital product. When I look at the analytics from the checkout page, I can see that I had quite a few link clicks and people coming and checking it out. So what that data is also telling me is that people are interested in the product, but perhaps they don't understand how the content coach and like the AI element of this product can help them. So what I'm doing moving forward is just like refining my marketing. To be fair, this was like a soft launch. I was mainly just promoting that YouTube video, and the YouTube video had a call to action on the end. But I think I need to be a little bit more intentional with my messaging and educating my audience on how this product can actually impact and change their lives. But the 3 people that have bought it so far seem pretty happy. My students are loving it so far. They've given me some really fun feedback on using the Content Coach AI as well. So I'm going to call it a win, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please, let's comment an emoji down below if you've made it this far in the video. Comment like a rocket emoji and tell me what digital product you would love to launch, because I love hearing from you guys, and it's nice to know that people actually watched this far into the video. Yeah, appreciate the support, guys. Make sure you're subscribed for the next video coming out shortly. I am very soon also relaunching my podcast and bringing that over to this YouTube channel as well. So stay tuned, lots to come, and I'll catch you in the next video.